We are gathered here today for the vow renewal of Matt and Jenna. Thank you for coming and joining these two as they recommit to each other, renew their vows, and retie the knot. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Megan Thurston, and I'm the person to blame for this union. Now onto what we're really here for today, the renewal of Matt and Jenna's vows. When Matt and Jenna were married 2 years ago, they exchanged traditional vows. Today, in front of all the ones they love, they'd like to exchange their own vows to each other. Both Matt and Jenna shared their vows with me before today. These vows are reflective and speak to the true essence of both of them. Matt, a man of few words, and Jenna, a more vibrant and verbose writer. I have asked Jenna to share her vows first, as we all know that Jenna's ugly cry in response to Matt's vows will inhibit her from actually sharing her own vows after him. Jenna will now share her vows with Matt.
Not many people are given a second chance to recite their vows to the person they love, and I've thought a great deal about what I want to say to you this time around. I've thought about telling the story of when we first met and how you deliberately ignored me on the bus by putting in your headphones and turning your head as I tried to talk to you. I thought about telling everyone about your new Netflix obsession, One Tree Hill. I know, right? I even thought about telling everyone about the night in undergrad when you drank so much vodka in that barn you finally started to grow facial hair. But I decided not to because I'm clearly the best wife in the world. What I do want to tell everyone, and most importantly you, is all the things I'm grateful for about you. My parents raised me to believe I deserve the best, and these vows are my way of thanking you for being the man I do not deserve every single day. These are the things that I love about our life so far and the things I'm excited about in the future. These are the reasons why I love you. I want to say how grateful I am for the friendship you've given me since we met on our first day of college. This includes every day that you woke me up and walked me to my 8 a.m. English class, and every night that you got me home from house parties on Adams Street. It's for every Dairy Queen treat we ate on the steps of Sherman Hall and every date we had at Chicks on the Square. For every run we went on with our favorite border collies and all of the summers we spent in Macomb. For opening up and letting me see the incredible personality that made me fall in love with you, and for always making my sorority sisters jealous for being the most incredible dance partner on every dance floor. I'm grateful to your family for so many reasons, to your mother and father for raising you to be the kind, strong, and humble man that you are today. I'm grateful for the mutual love for Starbucks that your father and I share. I'm grateful for your mom who bought a Christmas stocking and put my name on it during our freshman year of college because she had a feeling. I'm grateful for your grandfathers, one for being a strong example of what it means to truly protect and serve in the line of duty, and the other for encouraging the importance of an education. And of course your siblings for the sense of humor and arsenal of practical jokes they instilled in you. Your family molded you into the man of my dreams, and for that I will forever be grateful. We're only through second paragraph, okay. I'm grateful for your never-ending patience with me and my constant loss of keys, phone, and wallet all at the same time. For teaching me how to get out of speeding tickets and not getting angry when I'm unfairly given a parking ticket. I'm grateful for your wit and the hilarious comebacks you can come up with on a whim. Your moral compass that has brought me back from impulsive choices on more than one occasion, aka the multiple dogs that we have found on the side of the road that you wouldn't let me bring home. I'm always grateful that you never bat an eye when I go over budget on Starbucks and a good retail therapy session with my friends. Thank you for loving me even when I ugly cry all over something stupid as cleaning the crock pot. Thank you for always providing great music and car ride sing-alongs. Even when you mess up every single line to every single lyric, you do. And for convincing me to work at Boy Scout camp for a summer and then supporting the idea of getting married there on a Wednesday night during the busiest week of the summer. I'm grateful for the moments that we shared in our first home together, from the cooking lessons to the door-slamming fights, the church family we built around us, and for praying with me when I didn't know what else to do. For fixing the toilet paper rolls, cleaning the bathroom, folding the laundry, and hand-washing the dishes even when I don't ask you to. I'm grateful that you accept my 24/7 job as part of our lifestyle and supporting me on days when I hate my dream job. Thank you for always stocking the fridge with avocados, barbecue chicken, and chocolate chip pancakes. I know there are some things I will never be able to repay you for, and having to share a laundry room with 300 freshman girls is one of them. I'm grateful for the sacrifices we made over the past year, for the time spent apart, Thank you for never asking me to choose between you and my education. And always, I lost my place. And always pushing me to do better when I felt like I had nothing left to give. I can say that I'm grateful for Saturday morning budget meetings over FaceTime, but even more grateful that we don't have to do them anymore. Thank you for driving the 4.5 hours, even if it was only for one night together. I'm just gonna pause. Being here and standing in front of you only proves how worth it every day spent apart was. And there are no words for how happy I am that we made it here. Okay. I'm grateful that you're my partner in crime, the Corey to my Topanga and the Ross to my Rachel. Thank you for letting me change my last name at my own pace because of how much it means to be a Decker. For moving to the middle of Mississippi, of all places. Of all places. And then supporting another move for my career 2 short years later. I'm grateful that you love warm weather, good barbecue, and college towns and dogs just as much as I do. Okay. And for refusing to settle for anything less than the life we were meant to live, because I would truly go anywhere with you. I'm almost done, I promise. Finally, I want to end by saying how much I appreciate you loving me for who I am and not who you want me to be. Be quiet. Thank you for understanding that I do not need you to fill the empty parts of me because you believe I can be complete all on my own. You're constantly telling me how amazing I am, and I've realized that while I'm strong enough to light an entire city on my own, I need you to always remember that together we can set the entire world on fire. And that is why I love you. Almost. Okay. There's a quote that asks, what if you woke up with only the things you thanked God for yesterday? And I know I can rest assured I would wake up each day with everything that ever mattered to me because I would wake up next to you. I love you, and you are truly the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. I'm done.
Jenna.
We've established this. It's good. Good job.
Says Jenna.
Yeah, I see.
They say that getting married is one of the greatest days in your life. I consider myself blessed I get to get that day twice with you. I think it'd be fair to say that I'm a man of few words, and finding these words to describe my love for you came easy. Love is a beautiful thing. It makes people do crazy things, like get married at a Boy Scout camp or move across the country twice. Well, that's how you know it's real. The days seem better and the sun shines brighter when I wake up next to you. You're the person I love waking up early with and hitting the road with sitting next to me. You're the person I love staying in with cuddled up and watching TV. You're the first person I want to talk to after work and the person I want to share every funny joke with. You were the person I love.
Sorry.
I can't help but think it's fate that brought us together at college. From meeting you on our first night to sit next to each other on the Camp Leatherneck bus, you were always the one, even if I didn't realize it at first. And I remember the first joke I told you laughed at. I remember when I visited you at your house the first time sitting at the table with your family eating chicken pot pie as a nervous, quiet boy. I remember the first time I told you I love you and when you said it back. I stand here before you today to say those words still hold true. You have and always will be my person. I love you.
You ready for the fun part? Okay. As Jenna mentioned in her vows, being a Decker means the world to her. She has kept Decker as her last name for the first 2 years of their marriage. Recently, she has formally changed her last name. I want it to be noted that I'm the only person who can truly say that they announced them first as man and wife with Jenna's new name. Now that Matt and Jenna have recommitted, renewed, and retied the knot, I believe it is more than appropriate to announce them for the very first time as Mr. and Mrs. Jessless. Matt, you may now kiss your bride again.
I've been searching the whole ocean, wondering if the skies would clear, treading softly in slow motion, but I think the time is near, to wait in the water. If we fade, why even bother? The worst case, we will sink to the bottom, take our place with the loves we have long forgotten.
Good evening. My name is Jenna Matt, and I'm a Boy Scout. And as a result, I'm going to start off my speech tonight by asking everyone to stand up.
All right, now this is a repeat after me song. One hand. One hand, two dogs. One hand, two dogs, three squawking geese.
All right, you can all sit down. So the rest of that song takes about 6 minutes and 47 seconds. And I don't know if I have that much time, so there's just a little teaser. We've got a table of camp staff guys. If you want to hear the rest of the song, they will demo it outside later tonight. All right, now before I get to the meat and potatoes of my speech, I do want to take a second and thank the parents. Scott and Maria Jessless, you guys have been another set of parents to me for the last 14 years. I've had more than my fair share of frozen pizzas in your kitchen, and you guys have always treated me just like another one of your own kids. So thank you. And then there's the Deckers. So I first met them 2.5 years ago at the engagement party. And I think it was probably a week, maybe a week and a half later, that Mama Decker was insisting that I stay in her house for the night so I didn't have to drive home in a snowstorm. So I learned real quickly that I had the Jesslesses that took me in as another son, and a week and a half after knowing the Deckers, I felt like I was a member of that family as well. So while today is very special for both Matt and Jenna, it's also very special for Jennifer and Joel and Scott and Maria. So let's give them a round of applause for everything that they've done. So like I said, I've known Matt for 14 years. And I once heard that if you're friends with somebody for at least 7 years, there's a really good chance you're going to be friends with them for the rest of your life. And despite Matt now living 1,700 states away from Iowa, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing that's ever going to separate Matt and myself, and now Matt and Jenna and myself. So one of my first earlier memories was I was at the Jessless house, and we were having that frozen pizza I was talking about. And Brittany, being a few years older than me, and Matt usually colluded together to find a way to pick on me. And we're having this frozen pizza, and Brittany hands me what I think is a salt shaker, and tells me that, hey, you should put this white pepper on your pizza. I had never heard of white pepper before, and so not wanting to make a fool out of myself, I just, no thanks, I'm good today. Well, for the longest time, I thought white pepper was made up. And I did a Google search a couple years ago and realized white pepper really is a thing, but at the time they were just trying to get me to pour salt onto my pizza. There's so many different memories that I could have chosen to talk about tonight, and I picked one that may or may not be a crowd favorite. I hope you kind of see the meaning behind it. But it was something really simple, and I really didn't think of until I started actually preparing for this speech. 2007, Matt and I were in the boundary waters in northern Minnesota canoeing. And right before we left the outfitter, we picked out our paddles that we were going to use for the week. And Matt grabbed a wooden paddle, thinking, and I was kind of in the same boat. Oh yeah, wooden paddle, probably going to be better than plastic. Well, when a wooden paddle loses its seal and you are dipping it in water constantly, it basically becomes a paddle full of bricks, twice or three times the weight that it normally should be. Well, the third or fourth day we were on this trip, I pick up Matt's paddle and I realized this is nothing more than a waterlogged piece of wood, but he never said anything about it. And that's because Matt is, hands down, the most humble and selfless person I've ever met in my entire life. A lot of times when people talk about their role models and their mentors, it's someone that's older than them. Well, for me, I've been fortunate to have a few, and one of those role models for me has been Matt. And I'm a few months older than Matt, so I know it's probably not pretty customary. But as long as I've known Matt, he's been the epitome of what how people should carry themselves every single day. And it's no surprise that these two found each other. I couldn't be happier for you two. And I know, it's tough, because for when Matt and I were growing up, we would see each other 3-4 times a week and go on camping trips once a month, sometimes 5 weekends in a row. And to now have to go through the transition of, maybe we see each other at holidays. Well, before Thursday night, the last time I had seen Matt was 2.5 years ago at the engagement party. And I could be, sad and maybe a little bit bitter, but knowing that when they moved to South Carolina, Matt's got his absolute better half there with him, makes it all right. So tonight is going to be a night filled with dancing and cheering and celebration and maybe even a few camp songs out in the front yard. And Matt and Jenna, I hope you realize all these people are here because they love you and they believe in you. And we know that you're always going to succeed as the Justices. So with that, let us raise our glasses or cups or whatever you may have today, and let us cheers to the happy couple, Matt and Jenna Justice.
Drugs saying feels like heaven, come and feel like us. All my friends are out drinking us dry, staying up till 7, still on a buzz.